How's the gravity? I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. Today I'm doing a follow-up video to Darren's video from yesterday on the Swedish Bible study method. So I'm going to be going through the passage which he gave us for practice on Luke 18 verse 1 to 8, the parable of the persistent widow. So before we approach the text, the first thing we do is pray. For myself, I like to pray two verses, Psalm 119 verse 18 and Psalm 119 verse 36. So Lord, as we come to your word, I pray that by your Spirit you would open our eyes, that we would behold wondrous things out of your law, and I pray that you would incline our hearts to your testimonies and not towards selfish gain. Amen. So now let's take a look at the text. Let's read through it once, and then as we go through it again, we'll make our points. Then Jesus told his disciples a parable to show them that they should always pray and not give up. He said, "In a certain town there was a judge who neither feared God nor cared what people thought. And there was a widow in that town who kept coming to him with the plea, 'Grant me justice against my adversary.' For some time he refused, but finally he said to himself, 'Even though I don't fear God or care what people think, yet because this widow keeps bothering me, I will see that she gets justice, so that she won't eventually come and attack me.' And the Lord said, 'Listen to what the unjust judge says. And will not God bring about justice for his chosen ones, who cry out to him day and night? Will he keep putting them off? I tell you, he will see that they get justice, and quickly. However, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on the earth?'" So to understand the Swedish Bible study method, you'll need to watch Darren's video before this, but let's jump into it. So firstly, the light bulb for me, what stands out is God's desire to vindicate his chosen ones. In this parable, it is not saying that God resembles the unjust judge, but it is saying that if even an unjust judge can do the right thing, we should expect far more from our great, good God who loves and cares for us, and we should expect that our prayers for justice will ultimately be answered. And then the question mark for me, one thing I was a bit unsure of, comes in the passage at the end of verse 8, where it says, "However, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on the earth?" I was a bit unsure about this and how this question related to the rest of the passage, and although I have a couple of ideas, I need to do some more research and speak to some people. The arrow for me, the application, comes in verse 7, where it talks about those who cry out to him day and night, speaking about those who are crying out to God. The application for me is to keep on praying, confident that God hears my prayers and acts, even if it's not always in the timing I expect. And then finally, my encouragement, the speech bubble, and what I'm going to give to you from this passage also comes in verse 8, where it says, "He will see that they get justice, and quickly." The encouragement is that it is God who ensures justice is done, not us. In this life, we do care about injustice, but we don't need to seek vengeance. It's easy to become cynical and downhearted when we see injustice in the world around us, and it seems as though our prayers are not being answered. But the encouragement is this: look at who God is. Look at his character. He is not like the unjust judge. The reason to pray day and night, like the persistent widow, is not because we hope to eventually wear him down so that he begrudgingly answers our prayers and does so disdainfully. No, we pray day and night because we are confident that he hears us, cares for us, and will ultimately do what is right. So the encouragement is to keep on praying because of who God is, not just because of who we are. Now, obviously you may have found some different things when you looked at the text yourself, other things that stood out to you, and that's completely fine. But this is just what came to me, and I hope it was an encouragement to you, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Cheers.